Hi, welcome to Jimmy on the Saddle episode 11. My name is Jimmy Cho. I'm a realtor at eXp Realty in Los Angeles area. Federal Reserve initiated its extreme firepower to control the economic damages from COVID-19. Fed pledged that they are going to keep unlimited quantitative easing program and keep the interest rate low for a couple of more years. This policy will provide homeowners and buyers with a great opportunity to refinance and purchase. In episode 5, if you guys remember, we invited Corissa daily and learned about FHA loan. I think it's a great time to dig a little deeper on FHA loan with Corrie today. Hi Corrie.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for your time, in midst of your busy schedule. Why don't we help our audience to understand about FHA loan more with pros and cons of it?
That sounds great.
Okay, let's start with pros. So one of the biggest benefit that FHA offer, I think, is low down payment requirement compared to conventional loan. Does 3.5% applies to all applicants regardless of credit scores?
Yes, for the most part. If you have a credit score above 640, you can purchase up to the highest limit with 3.5% down. If your credit score is under 640, they require 10% down, but that's only on the high balance program. So loan amounts over 544,000.
Under 640.
Under 640.
They require 10% down.
Correct.
I see. So there are two brackets.
Yes.
Okay, my next question is, we discussed about DTI ratio being at least 45% for conventional loan. Okay, so does FHA has the same requirement on DTI, or is it more lenient than conventional loan?
FHA is definitely more lenient on the debt to income ratio than a conventional loan. We can go up to a back ratio, which means all your debts plus your mortgage of 55% of your income on FHA, whereas it's 45% maximum on conventional.
Okay, next, let's compare apples to apple. For any conventional loan with less than 20% down payment, it requires a borrower to have PMI. And all FHA loan must have mortgage insurance for the life of loan cycle.
Yes,
right?
Correct. With a conventional loan, if you have 20% down, you don't have mortgage insurance. With an FHA loan, you have mortgage insurance regardless of the down payment. So even if you had 50% down, you still have mortgage insurance on that program.
Right. So between PMI and MI for FHA, which rate is higher?
It just depends on the credit score. So conventional is very much credit score driven. So the mortgage insurance can be less than FHA with high credit scores, or it can be more than FHA if you have low credit scores.
Okay, and the FHA does have almost like lowest interest rate.
Correct.
In the market, right?
Much lower interest rate.
Can you explain about that?
So the interest rate on the FHA programs is always lower than the conventional programs. The mortgage insurance, the upfront mortgage insurance that you're paying is somewhat protecting the lender so that they can offer you that lower interest rate.
Okay, let's move to the con side of FHA. Unlike a conventional loan, which we can remove PMI once we have more than 20% in equity, the mortgage insurance MI for FHA are permanent and cannot be dropped.
Correct.
Right? So do you have any suggestion for FHA loan holders?
Well, generally, I would say keep in mind that most home buyers refinance within the first 2 to 5 years and move within around 7. So I don't really see people having that FHA loan for a full 30 years to where that would become a large issue.
I remember I saw the statistic of average holding years for home is like 6 or 7 years.
The average for refinancing is 2 to 5.
2 to 5.
2 to 5
Well, it's
years.
even shorter.
Yes. And around here, I think our equity appreciates a bit quicker than most areas.
Right.
So we sometimes see that probably more frequently even than that 2-year mark.
I see. There is a upfront MI fee as well as monthly MI
Correct.
for FHA loan, right?
Yes.
Would you mind telling me how much are they and how to calculate those two numbers?
Yeah. So there's a monthly mortgage insurance premium, and that can differ a bit based on your down payment and your loan size, but it's generally 0.85% with 3.5% down.
Okay.
There's an upfront mortgage insurance premium of 1.75, and that's financed into the loan amount. That's not paid at, and it's a one-time fee at closing.
Right. Okay, so FHA is eligible for a primary residence only, right?
Correct.
Okay. Is it possible to convert it into investment property after certain years?
Yes, they just want to make sure that you've owned the home at least a year as a primary residence.
And I heard some condominium complexes are not FHA approved. Is there any restriction on the type of properties?
So the condos can be a little bit tricky, but we'll do our due diligence ahead of time to make sure that the properties that you're showing your clients are FHA approved. The condos in Orange County make it a little bit easier because some look like a condo but are a PUD, which is a planned urban development, or a single family residence with a homeowners association. A nice trick in Orange County is that if it has a 9 in front of the APN, we do need FHA approval. If not, they don't require additional FHA approval.
Oh, this is my last question. So you mentioned FHA is not only for the first time home buyer, but also for anyone for a primary residence,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Is there any restriction on loan amount on FHA?
Okay. The maximum loan amounts were just increased for 2020. I'll provide you those so that you can share those with your viewers. But in Orange County and LA County, we can go up to a maximum loan amount of $822,000.
All right, that's pretty much everything that I prepared. Corey, would you like to add anything, or did we miss anything?
The only thing I would like to add is we do offer down payment assistance loans. Those are FHA loans where we have a assistance loan in addition to your mortgage loan to help with closing costs and your down payment.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's really good to know. Okay, so I hope you guys find this update on FHA useful. I believe FHA does make it possible to purchase your dream home with very limited amount of down payment at a comparatively low interest rate. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out to Corissa daily. You will find her contact information at the end of this video. Corey, would you like to share your contact information with audience?
Please feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can call me, text me, I'm always available.
And you'll also find the summary of this interview at the link below in the description. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. See you next time.
All right, we're done.